live or whatever, so I don't know if it actually is. But then as I was about to do this, I thought, did we already talk about this and have already seen it in the list? But either way, we're going to do this. So Chaos Walking with Tom Holland and Mads Mikkleson and...
my man crush, or one of my man crushes.
Yeah. He wants Mads. So that one was when we watched that, like, what, last week, was it?
Yeah.
Last Tuesday. And there's a thing. Did you actually send me that picture? I need to put that on the blog.
Which one? Oh, the beginning?
There's some text at the very beginning, yeah. And Chaos Walking is in the quote, right? And Chaos Walking is about the sounds of the men's thoughts,
the
right?
Noise,
Yeah. So was it a quote from like a other book?
I think it's
probably
from
just
that,
from
book,
itself.
Yeah,
The knife of never letting go.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Which is in the Chaos Walking trilogy, and it said it was based on the Chaos Walking trilogy, I guess. So I don't know if it's all the books are combined in that movie or what.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I don't know. You think so?
I don't know.
Maybe they're like mini books. See, I don't really know.
Yeah, I need to read them actually and see. Yeah. But yeah, it's with. We already said who it was with, right?
Yeah, but yeah. It was,
that guy that's in a lot of movies, his father figure. Do you happen to know what his name is? He was in Land recently.
Yeah,
I can't remember his
name is, but he's in
yeah.
all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of actors in it.
Yeah.
Oh, from Sons of Anarchy, the creator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in it. There's a few names in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really good movie, man. Just really original. That was the main thing that when I was watching it, I just thought, like, I just love it when there's something new, like something original. And the fact that they had, like, the men were affected, basically. Women were not affected by this because they kind of land on this new Earth.
Yeah.
I guess they've abandoned Earth and they found this new place to live. And when they settled there, the men's thoughts manifest themselves into like a form.
Yeah, which would have been really cool in 3D too.
Yeah.
Like, then you wouldn't mind even the big face scenes because like you'd have like a little bit of that 3D happening like around their face. Yeah.
It's basically like a fog around their head.
Movie for 3D.
Just, like they can't control their thoughts, so anything that they think, which in my case would just be a bunch of nasty thoughts and horrible stuff.
Yeah, man.
That was one thing that I was thinking, like,
I've heard you talk at a party before and thought, man, this is Chaos Walking.
Right? Boy, this guy just doesn't know when he's shooting it.
I was actually gonna try to talk about Chaos Walking earlier. Well, actually, you know what? I was gonna try to talk about Fear of Rain. And then I said, and Chaos Walking, and I was meaning the Chaos Walking was going to be me saying way too much because it's as if all my thoughts were coming out of my head.
Yeah, it's kind of a movie made for you, except that all the thoughts that are in your head, you actually say them. You're like, oh, now I need to go there, like, this. Yeah. But I mean, it's just an interesting idea. So
very original.
Men have to like control their thoughts. They have to control what they're thinking.
Yeah.
And there's characters in there like the preacher who his thoughts are represented almost like fire. It's like a different color. Like everyone has kind of a warmer, or like a purple and red-ish, pinkish kind of.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
And his is kind of like an orange and yellow, kind of like aggressive, like.
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
and he was a neat character too, because he was just a complete sociopath.
Yeah. Also, you couldn't really figure him out. Like you thought he was like. Well, I guess we shouldn't say too much about it, but it's like you don't really know whose side he's on because he's basically just crazy. Right?
Yeah, pretty much, man. He's just in that case. But the basic idea was that there's no women in this settlement because all the women were killed by.
Oh, that's a spoiler.
Well, I mean, not really. But you'll find out other things about it. But that's kind of revealed at the beginning.
Is it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
But yeah, so then this woman does land there, and see, it's kind of important to the plot too. Woman like lands there from a spaceship, and then that's when the story kind of takes place and takes, everything starts to move, and but it was just really great, really original, well acted, good actors. My man crush, Mads Mikkleson.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah, he played a good.
Yeah, he always makes it better.
Really good role.
He's like a Tom Hardy or I probably have a list of guys, but there's a bunch of great actors.
Yeah, he's really.
Just every time they're in it, you're like,
He really likes.
Sweet. It's even better. So yeah, definitely a movie you want to see on the big screen. Lots of loud sounds, some space scenes. This is where you say it would have been awesome in 3D.
Yeah, that would have been awesome in 3D. Yeah.
But yeah.
Man.
It's definitely a big screen movie, and it's fun, and you can really take your family to it. It's got some violence in it, but it's not like overly violent or graphically violent.
Yeah, a little
Not
bit
like
of cussing. But...
the one we last saw, which was the graphic violence. This was more like, implied, and it was sort of an adventure with the two main characters. So you could take your kids to see it. It's not. I mean, I wouldn't take real young ones, but maybe like your preteens, teenagers.
Yeah.
And just go and enjoy it. Go see a loud movie and eat some popcorn and drink some,
Yeah.
whatever.
If you have to, look for the discount days at your theater,
Yeah.
Sometimes one night it's like $5 for the movie and $5 for the popcorn and $5 for the drink.
Yeah.
So don't use any of that high price stuff to weasel your way out
I
of
don't
it.
think anybody else cares about it except for us.
Oh, I don't know. You think?
Yeah, we're the
Well,
only
why
ones
aren't
that are
other
cheap.
people going to the movies then?
Because they don't want to do anything. They're all, and then you have COVID to blame. Oh, I don't want to go out. There's COVID out there.
Yeah, that's probably.
It's like, dude, put on a mask, man. It's fine. Go see a movie.
Yeah. Put on a mask until you sit down.
Yeah, I mean, you could even sit there and with a mask on the whole time if you want.
Yeah, and there's hardly anybody there, so you could just sit wherever you want. Like, you move away from people, whatever.
Yeah, it's really spread out. Plus, like, I think with the vaccine now, it's gonna start to kind of hopefully turn back to normal. And next week, King Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be the first big test to see if people will come out. And so I'm
let's
hoping
not
that
fail.
they won't, because I like the theaters with nobody in them.
Yeah, it's kind of nice though, actually.
But at the same time, I want to save the theater and make sure that people understand that it's still important to go to the theater. Take your family, go, especially for movies like that, PG-13.
Yeah, and
mild violence, maybe a little bit of language, but overall, nothing they don't hear from your stupid mouths all the time.
Yeah.
Like, cover your ears. Like, we all know we're not saints.
And also, that'll quiet all the kids down. Like, they don't talk during a movie, right? So at home, they'll be like bothering you, like, oh, can I have some, blah blah blah.
Well, plus it's a monster movie, so you gotta. But anyway, we're getting off on. That's for next.
I was gonna say.
Next time.
Sometimes I think that people aren't sitting in the right place in the theater. Like, they're sitting too far back, so then when they get home, they're like, oh, the TV's about the same size. But you should be looking up and have it like on all sides of you.
Yeah. That's another thing I think that we're only. I think because when we were kids, it harkens back to that time of
maybe it's nostalgia.
Being a kid and like going and sitting on the front
we
row.
so really enjoy it
it's
still.
great watching Star Wars. Like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest moment of my life. Or Indiana Jones or any of those classics that we sat on the front row.
Yeah, that was
and
crazy.
then watched it again
Front
right
row
after
was
we watched
crazy.
it the first time.
Like, I don't even understand how they have the front row so close to the screen.
I know. Yeah.
But like, sit 3 or 4 rows back.
Yeah.
And just try it that way, and maybe you'll like it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I didn't realize until I went to a live show the other day. I didn't realize how much I'd missed it. Like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd forgotten completely how it felt to go to a live show. So I think that's the same thing also is happening.
I think we're getting off subject though.
With movies. No.
Yeah.
See, I brought it back around.
Nice. Yeah.
All right, so
track.
Chaos Walking, go see it, and go see it at the big screen. And you can always watch it again on the little screen later, but this is your only opportunity to go see it on the big screen.
And a real review to follow, so
yeah.
Talk more about it. But you basically got the idea, and it was good. Great movie. Go see it for sure.
Definitely.
ScatterBrothers out. Boom.
Yeah. Bye. I mean.
Bye.
Talk to you